building is, in the true sense of the word, a landmark. It's quite a large building, and it's visible from lots and lots of different places. It has to look appropriate now, it has to look appropriate in 100 years, it has to look appropriate in 200 years. I think the most difficult aspect of designing this building was actually that it had to be a four-sided building. There was no real place to put a loading dock. There was no real way to have a back door. All of its facades are important. They face the park, or they face major streets in the city of Carmel, or they face the new city center development project. The first truly modern theater was built in Vicenza, Italy in about 1500. This is the multi-centennial birthday of Andrea Palladio, who designed that building. Also in Vicenza is a building designed by Andrea Palladio called the Villa Rotonda. It happens to be one of my favorite buildings in the world. And as such, I've always tried to find some way to use it as an inspiration for something. It's a four-sided building and really talks about classicism, and in many ways is the rebirth of one very important form of classicism. So it seemed like an appropriate form to try and use for the concert hall here. Because the exterior of the building is such a rigorous and aggressive geometry, we wanted to use a similar attitude towards geometry in the room itself. It was very important to us to design a room that was different than any room that we had designed before, and really different than any room that existed before. The center of the room is a square which held up by four very large octagonal columns, which really creates the court, if you will, of the activity. Off that square are four alcoves, if you will, one of which is the stage, one of which is the balconies and terraces of the audience chamber, and two of which on either side are the boxes. Having the oculist and the natural light coming into the hall itself, in the concert chamber, from the oculist in the center is a really delightful addition to how the room will be experienced. You will see the natural environment come in as the light changes, as clouds pass in front of the sun, as dusk occurs, as sunsets occur and change the colors. So we really did want the time of day to influence how the room itself felt. We want this building really to reinforce a sense of wonder of being alive. We really wanted to reinforce the notion that it's special to be human. Buildings are very much a frame for memory. When people have wonderful experiences, they frequently recall the space in which it happened. We really do hope that this building is very much an inspiration to all the people who see it and use it for greatness. We think that Carmel has a real understanding of the human spirit, and that this building can become a symbol of that spirit and a focus for the city of Carmel to move forward with that spirit.